Today, Southsea is a busy and picturesque district of Portsmouth. But at the time when Southsea Castle was built by King Henry VIII, the area was virtually uninhabited. North of the castle there was a marsh called the Great Morass, part of which still survives today as Canoe Lake. The district of Southsea got its name from Southsea Castle. The castle itself probably acquired its name simply because it is in the south of Portsea Island and is by the sea. For centuries, the open area of Southsea Common was kept clear so that the guns of Southsea Castle and of the town fortifications had a clear field of fire. The presence of the military became one of the attractions of Southsea. Crowds gathered to watch troops parading and drilling on the common. During the 19th century, increasing numbers of houses were built in Southsea. One of the greatest influences on this expansion was the architect and builder Thomas Ellis Owen. Many of the people who moved here were among the wealthier inhabitants of Portsmouth. They also included officers from the Navy and from the Army garrison. Southsea's first inhabitants were keen to escape from the crowded old town near the harbour and liked the sea views. Southsea became increasingly important as a tourist resort. The common was levelled and a promenade was built in 1848 along the seafront. It was named Clarence Esplanade, after the Duke of Clarence, who had suggested its creation. Soon, hotels were opened for visitors to stay in. Clarence Pier and South Parade Pier were built for the enjoyment of holidaymakers. Southsea had become a popular seaside resort. Southsea Castle formed a backdrop as tourists strolled along the seafront or bathed in the sea. Yet the castle was still a working military fortress. People watched as the castle garrison carried out practice firings of the guns. Throughout the castle's history, there has been a fear that its defences would become weak and obsolete. In the 1850s, fears grew that the latest fast, steam-powered enemy warships would be able to rush past or outgun the castle. James Ferguson published a book on this theme in 1852 called The Peril of Portsmouth. He believed that one broadside would probably finish the defences of Southsea Castle forever. To strengthen its firepower, additional gun batteries were added on either side of Southsea Castle in the 1860s. A brick wall was built enclosing the area behind the castle as a defence in case the enemy landed and attacked from the rear. Further changes were made over the following years. The castle's muzzle-loading guns were replaced by more modern breech-loading weapons. Quick-firing guns were added for defence against fast-moving torpedo craft. Searchlights were fitted to prevent surprise night attacks. By the end of the 19th century, the castle was at the centre of a much larger defensive system. Its main role was to control the guns in the batteries on either side, giving them instructions on the range and direction of their targets. At the start of the First World War, the castle was garrisoned by regular and territorial soldiers of the Royal Garrison Artillery. After they left to take part in the fighting, the castle was garrisoned by the Hampshire Royal Garrison Artillery Volunteers, a First World War equivalent of the Home Guard. In both World Wars, Southsea Castle stood guard against attack from the sea, which never came. Instead, during the Second World War, Portsmouth was attacked from the air. Anti-aircraft guns in and around the castle helped to defend Portsmouth against German bombing raids. Incendiary bombs fell on the castle at least twice, but caused no serious damage. By 1945, changes in warfare had made the castle obsolete. After the Second World War, it was used to fire salutes to ships entering or leaving Portsmouth Harbour. Portsmouth City Council purchased it in 1960. Two conditions of the sale were that the lighthouse should continue working and that the army should have the right to fly a flag from the keep when required. In the 1960s, Southsea Castle was restored to its 19th century appearance by removing more modern structures. During this work, archaeologists explored the remains of the Tudor north wall. The surrounding area was also landscaped. The castle opened to the public in 1967.